So wanted to talk today, just a little explanatory video about how I pull samples to be as representative as I can of an entire area. We're going to scale this down a little bit that I would typically pull from a much larger area, but just for representation purposes, we'll keep it in a small area. What I do, look at this row, is I split the row into eighths. So I've got right on the row is kind of my spot number one, and then number two is an eighth of the way over, number three is a quarter of the way over, number four is 3/8, halfway, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and so on. So that gives me 8 different spots throughout the row. And when I go out here and pull samples, I'll pull from every eighth of the row twice typically. So now I've got 16 cores. For a sample like what I'm pulling here now, I'm split into multiple labs. So I'll do it more than just 2 times, I'll do it multiple different times. So for example, I'll go out here, pull my first sample from directly in the corn row. I don't want to get I don't want to get too much residue or nothing in there at this point. But I'll pull from right in the row, and then I'll move, I'll go multiple different paces. And then the next one, I'll pull from an eighth of the way over. And then I'll go my next spot and I'll pull from the quarter mark. I'll go to the next spot, I'll pull from the 3/8 mark. I'll go over to the next spot, I'll pull from the halfway mark, and so on. That works really well. If I want to pull samples a lot faster, I could pull from like the halfway mark here, or pull from 1/8 of the way on this row, pull from 5/8 over here, just kind of keeping it staggered in that aspect. But going in order helps me to be able to keep track of how many samples I've pulled, how many cores I've pulled, where I'm at, and keeping track that we're going out here going fast. And if you've got some standardization to it, helps a lot to create consistency.